Welcome to a special Halloween edition of Spellbound Studio. On this magical night, I invite you to gather around as I share a peek inside my tarot card library. If you would like to help Spellbound Studio grow, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to further support the studio, check the description below. Reminder that this is the last day to grab the Halloween merch in my shop until next year. And since this is all about Halloween, I would love to hear from you, no matter when you find this video. Leave a comment telling me how you celebrated Halloween 2025. Now, let's begin with how I house my decks. Back when I worked at a restaurant, they would often throw away boxes of all kinds. Cardboard boxes, wooden boxes, and so on. I rescued as many as I could, and 2 of those wooden boxes eventually became the perfect homes for my tarot collection. And to make them even more personal, I painted them in my favorite colors, and I lined the backs with paintings that I created some time ago. So I turned these simple boxes into a magical little personalized tarot card library. The first deck in my tarot library is Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. I've had this deck for years, maybe 15 at this point, but I love spending time with the artwork. There's a lot of inspiration in this deck. It's created by Brian Froud along with Jessica Macbeth. Each card features one of his whimsical, sometimes mischievous fairies paired with a short message or piece of guidance. And unlike traditional tarot, this deck is all about a gentle inspiration and intuitive storytelling. The book comes with the deck, so yes, it is worth the time and money to buy this if this is something that you're interested in. I promise I am not sponsored by Brian Froud or any tarot company. Just thought that this is one of my favorite decks because it does connect you with the world of fairies, and I love the artwork. I think it's one of the best I think it's some of the best artwork I've seen in a tarot deck, period. So, if this is something that calls to you, go out and get it and, put some magic in your everyday life. The next deck in my library is the Robin Wood Tarot deck. I was gifted this deck about 3 years ago, and I immediately fell in love with the vibrant, nature-inspired artwork. These are bold and colorful illustrations. They draw on folklore, mythology, the natural world. The symbolism is very clear and intuitive. I think that this makes a great deck for both beginners and experienced readers. I really enjoy the storytelling and the art style. I do turn to this deck to gain insight and inspiration through the art of tarot because it's just one of those decks for me. This is another deck that was gifted to me a few years ago. This is the Ramses Tarot of Eternity, created by Severino Beraldi. The artwork captures it seems to me like the mythology and the grandeur of ancient Egypt, and while I haven't handled this deck as much as my others, I find it really captivating and immersive. These cards are richly detailed. They're inspired by the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II, showing scenes from Egyptian mythology, rituals, daily life. It's just a very vivid and interesting glimpse into the past. I do recommend this deck, if nothing else, for the artwork. It's so different from other tarot decks that I've seen, so I do think it's worth it to add to your collection. The next deck in my collection is the Empathic Oracle. This one was created by Michelle Matuzas. I picked this one up from Barnes & Noble several years ago, and I bought this exact copy because the packaging was damaged, and I thought it was a lucky find. Since then, I've used it as a tool for meditation and mindfulness exercises. The artwork is gentle and expressive. It helps you to tune into your emotions and intuition. Each card encourages reflection and self-awareness. It helps you slow down, breathe, and connect with your inner self. For me, this deck has become a quiet grounding companion in my spiritual practice. I like to pick a card, any card, and just look at the artwork and just breathe, because I do find it to be rather calming. And maybe this deck will connect with you in the same way. Next up is the Celtic Tarot deck. This one was created by Helena Patterson, and this was another deck that was gifted to me. My friends know that if a deck does not resonate with them, I'm happy to adopt it. Even if nothing else, I will collect tarot decks for the artwork alone, and this one is no exception. The Celtic Tarot features richly designed illustrations that are inspired by Celtic mythology, folklore, and the natural landscapes. I've always appreciated the way the imagery tells a story and it draws you in. It's a beautiful, magical, earthy world in here, and it's a great deck to explore and enjoy the artwork of. Now, this is not technically a tarot deck. This is the Archangels and Gemstone Guardians cards. This was created by Margaret Ann Lembo. I use these cards to enhance my rituals. They help set the energy and intention for my practice. I also find them really useful for visualizing what certain gemstones look like. It's a great reference tool. In a pinch, I think that the gemstone part of the card can stand in as a crystal that you might not have, or a gemstone that you might not have yet. So you can, and on the other side, they're the guardian angel prayers. This is a way to discover which guardian angel would be most likely to aid you in your practice. And they also really enhance the vibe of an altar space. They add a little extra magic and inspiration to the surroundings. So I do recommend this, especially if you need a reference guide for gemstones and angels. It's the perfect tool just for that. This is the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck. This one was illustrated by Lady Frida Harris. This is a deck that I've not worked with extensively. Many people find it challenging to connect with, and I can understand why. It's not the most friendly vibe. Sometimes it's not the easiest deck to read, but it's got a lot of symbolism and depth. The artwork is bold, it's intricate, it's deeply layered. It's a blend of Art Deco style and esoteric symbolism, which I think makes it a fascinating piece to explore, even if it's more of a collector's item for me at this point. The final deck in my collection is the Cosmic Tarot deck. This one was created by Jennifer Galasso. This is actually my favorite deck, and this is the very first tarot deck that I ever bought. I bought it from an occult shop many years ago. I love the artwork. It is vibrant, rich, elegant, full of cosmic imagery. It draws you in, and it really gets into your imagination. I don't usually use this deck for traditional tarot readings. Instead, I use the cards in my rituals. I use it to help set energy and intention. And fun fact, this is not the first version of this deck that I've owned. The original copy that I bought was partially destroyed by fire during one of my rituals. Don't worry, I did not burn down the house. I was right there when a candle exploded, and I had to use my ritual water to put it out. Part of the deck was lost, but what I could salvage I now use to permanently enhance my altar space. This is a setup that I will share in a future video, and if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So, thank you for spending part of your October with me. Please tell me in the comments which one of these decks is your favorite. Until next time, good night and have a happy Halloween.